When it comes to growing an e-commerce brand, there are so many variables involved and so many different paths that you can take to build your business. But in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing one of the not so often talked about strategies to add anywhere between 20 to 25% plus of extra monthly revenue to your brand, all while not having to spend an extra dollar on customer acquisition or paid advertising. And if you've gotten this far, what I'm going to be talking about in today's video is returning customer rate, right? We've worked with so many different brands over these last 4 years, and one of the most important KPIs that every successful e-commerce brand that we have worked with focuses on is finding ways to improve their returning customer rate. And through things like retention marketing and conversion rate optimization, we've had the ability to pull off some amazing results. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you in today's video, is how you can improve your returning customer rate and add an extra 20 to 25% of revenue to your business. Let's dive in. Awesome, guys. So before we go ahead and get started and dive on in, if you can make sure to go ahead and drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTube jazz, it really does help with the algorithm and it makes sure that these videos get pushed to the right people. And as always, all the links are in the description. Whether you want to work with us on the agency side, we specialize in paid advertising, conversion rate optimization, email and SMS marketing, and user-generated content. Or if you want access to one-on-one coaching with myself, we also have links to our inner circle in the description. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive in. I'm going to be walking you through how you can add an additional 20 to 25% plus of revenue to your e-commerce brand by increasing your customer retention rate. Now, guys, what does this mean? What is the retention, the returning customer rate for your e-commerce brand? Well, the returning customer rate is a critical metric that measures literally just the percentage of customers who return to make additional purchases, right? So if you have a 20% returning customer rate, that means 20% of the people that buy for you are coming back to make an additional purchase. But this is not just any number. It is a reflection of your customer satisfaction when it comes to your brand, your product, your loyalty, your effectiveness of your marketing, and your overall retention strategies. And the reason that this is so important, guys, to focus on, and the reason I'm making this entire video is, again, not only can you add an additional 20-25% of monthly revenue, as you guys may have seen from some of those screenshots and case studies from before, but returning customers are the lifeline of a healthy e-commerce business. They cost less to retain and they are more likely to purchase again and tend to spend more over time. What this means is this segment of your customer base, right, the returning customer base, is just like the 80-20 rule. 80% of the results, right, 80% of your highest value customers and the customers that spend the most are going to be coming from 20% of your customer base, and those are likely to be your returning customers. Now, why are we making this video? Why are we focusing on this? Why is this so important and such a huge lever to add an additional 25% of revenue? There's a few reasons, right? One, lifetime value. Customers who return and brands who have a high repeat purchase rate with their brand typically have the ability to have a much higher LTV than brands that don't. And simply what lifetime value means is literally the value over the lifetime of your customer's journey. And so if you have a high repeat purchase, the more times that customer is going to come back to buy, the higher that LTV is going to be, and the more that you can spend as a brand to invest in customer acquisition confidently and profitably. Number two is reduced marketing costs. Right? Like I mentioned, acquiring new customers is generally more expensive than retaining existing ones. So the ability to improve your returning customer rate can lead to significant savings in overall advertising expenses, as the brand can focus on more ways to engage current customers rather than always finding ways to acquire new ones. Now, number three is one I think most brands really underrate, is actually going to be feedback and improvement. So returning customers are much more likely to provide valuable feedback to your brand around products, offerings, etc. And these are the people that you can go ahead and send customer surveys to identify areas of improvement in your brand, helping you refine new offers, develop new SKUs and designs. Ultimately, this small group of people can help you meet the core needs of your audience. And lastly, and I think one of the most important things, is compounding marketing and word of mouth. So satisfied customers that are going to be returning to your brand are much more likely to recommend the brand to others, generating positive word of mouth, with referrals, and potentially acquiring new customers for your brand without having to spend $1 more. And that one acquisition can compound. And by acquiring one loyal customer, that can turn into 3 to 4 customers overall, bare minimum. And overall, that's why it's so important to focus on your returning customer rate. And quickly, I'm going to walk you guys through a few quick ways on how you can actually improve this number. So number one is going to be utilizing personalized email and SMS campaigns. And what I mean by this is utilizing customer data, information that you have from Klaviyo, etc., to send personalized messages to your audience. This goes into like customer segmentation and being able to tailor campaigns and messaging based off of past purchases, browsing history, to ultimately make custom recommendations, offer exclusive discounts, and share relative content to that individual. For example, you could send a personalized email with products similar to something that someone's already bought, or send an SMS notification about a restock that someone's shown interest in. This is a super easy way to build a connection with customers, encouraging them to return. Another great way to improve returning customer rate is by utilizing loyalty and reward programs. So if you come up with something for your brand where you're offering points for different actions like likes, shares, etc., purchases, you can offer points, like I mentioned, that can be redeemed for discounts, exclusive offers, even free gifts. The whole point of a loyalty or reward program is really to try and gamify the elements to make the program actually engaging. For instance, you want to create things like challenges or milestones for customers to achieve and unlock special rewards. Like, hey, once you've achieved 100 points, you now qualify into entry for our $10,000 giveaway, or whatever the case may be. This not only incentivizes purchases, but actually builds a community around your brand as well. Another great way to improve returning customer rate is by utilizing exclusive access and early releases. So I've made an entire video about this before, how we made, I think it was like $1.1 million in 6 hours. Highly check that out. But creating some sort of VIP segment for your most loyal customers and inform them via email or SMS about early shopping opportunities or exclusive events is a great way to build exclusivity, FOMO, and actually incentivize returning customers. And then last but not least, guys, enhancing customer service is a great way to improve returning customer rate. Trying things like cold calling loyal customers and thanking them for their order with a special offer or a discount as a thank you is one way to really differentiate your brand and go that one step above for your customers to build that loyalty even further. And I guarantee, guys, if you go ahead and follow some of these strategies, within just a couple of months, you will see a strong increase in returning customer rate. If you have any questions about different apps or anything more in depth about these strategies, definitely comment below. I'm going to be super responsive, make sure I'm responding to all of your guys' questions. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to work with our team and our agency, as always, guys, all the links are in the description. Leave a like, comment, etc., all that YouTube stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one.